The Kansas City Chiefs, or should I say the Kansas City Thieves, are the undisputed dynasty of this generation. 7 straight AFC Championship appearances, multiple Super Bowl wins, and superstars like Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce leading the charge. But with greatness comes controversy. Are the Chiefs simply unbeatable, or is there something else happening behind the scenes? Today we'll dive deep into allegations of bias, referee favoritism, and league influence. Also talking about how one woman may be the driving factor behind their success. The Kansas City Chiefs weren't always the dominant force they are today. In fact, before Andy Reid arrived in 2013, the team was in turmoil. The Chiefs were coming off a 2-14 season, struggling to find a franchise quarterback, and trapped in a cycle of mediocrity. From 2000 to 2012, the Chiefs made the playoffs only 3 times and never advanced past the wildcard round. They were seen as a team with potential, but one that could never quite break through. Enter Andy Reid. After a successful tenure with the Philadelphia Eagles, Reid joined the Chiefs in 2013, bringing stability, experience, and a fresh offensive philosophy. In his first season, Reid took a 2-14 team and turned them into an 11-5 playoff contender. His ability to maximize talent, develop players, and implement creative offensive schemes immediately changed the culture in Kansas City. But while Reid brought success, the Chiefs still lacked that one piece to push them over the edge: a true franchise quarterback. For years, they relied on solid but unspectacular options like Alex Smith. Then, in 2017, everything changed. The Chiefs traded up in the NFL draft to select a raw but immensely talented quarterback out of Texas Tech, Patrick Mahomes. It was a gamble, but one that would pay off in ways no one could have imagined. In his first year as a starter in 2018, Mahomes set the league on fire, throwing for over 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns, a feat only achieved by 2 other quarterbacks in NFL history. His combination of arm strength, mobility, and improvisation made him a nightmare for defenses and an instant MVP. Mahomes wasn't just good, he was revolutionary, redefining what a quarterback could do. Mahomes' arrival coincided with the emergence of other key players. Tight end Travis Kelce, who joined the team in 2013, was already a rising star, but with Mahomes, he became the best in the league at his position. Known for his athleticism, hard running, and connection with Mahomes, Kelce has been the engine of the Chiefs' offense alongside their superstar quarterback. The final piece of the puzzle was building a team around their stars. Under general manager Brett Veach, the Chiefs added speed, talent, and depth, drafting players like Tyreek Hill and Chris Jones while making key acquisitions like Nick Bolton. This was no longer the underperforming team of the 2000s. It was a juggernaut capable of dominating on both sides of the ball. But with success came scrutiny. The Chiefs' explosive offense and consistent playoff appearances turned them into the team everyone loved into one of the most hated. Fans began to question whether the team was simply that good or if they were getting an extra push from the league. Every controversial call, every close game that went their way added fuel to the fire. And while it's easy to point fingers, the truth is that the Chiefs' dominance starts with their talent, coaching, and preparation. From Andy Reid's innovative play designs to Mahomes' ability to make the impossible look routine, this team has earned its place at the top. The question is, has the NFL also helped keep them there? To understand the allegations surrounding the Kansas City Chiefs, we have to talk about the NFL's business model. At its core, football is more than just a sport, it's entertainment. And like any entertainment industry, the NFL thrives when its biggest stars and most marketable teams are front and center. For the last decade, the Chiefs, led by Patrick Mahomes, have become the league's cash cow. Every playoff run, Super Bowl appearance, and MVP season drives ratings, ticket sales, and merchandise revenue to new heights. But the NFL's reliance on its biggest stars and most successful franchises comes with a dark side: accusations that the league and even the referees are subtly influencing outcomes. Unlike the NBA, which publicly monitors and evaluates referee performance, the NFL's system is shrouded in secrecy. Referees are rarely held accountable for controversial calls, and the league's lack of transparency has fueled fan theories that the games might be, well, scripted. The recent 2025 AFC Championship game between the Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills reignited these debates. Late in the fourth quarter, the Bills appeared to convert a critical 4th and 1 with a Josh Allen run, only for the referees to mark the ball short. This decision handed the Chiefs possession, allowing them to march down the field and seal the game with a touchdown. The internet exploded with outrage. Fans flooded social media, calling it a blatant attempt to push Kansas City into yet another Super Bowl. Rules analyst Gene Steratore also disagreed with the on-field decision. And it's not just this game. The Chiefs have been at the center of numerous controversial calls over the years. In the 2023 divisional round, a questionable holding call on the Jaguars in the final minutes gave the Chiefs a fresh set of downs, effectively ending the game. In the 2024 Super Bowl between the Chiefs and the 49ers, one moment stood out to fans and analysts alike as a glaring example of the Chiefs' alleged protected status. Defensive superstar Nick Bosa, a key player for the 49ers, was visibly held on multiple critical plays, with some replays showing what appeared to be near chokeholds by Chiefs offensive linemen. Despite these blatant infractions, no holding penalties were called. The lack of calls sparked outrage, with fans and analysts accusing the referees of turning a blind eye to keep the Chiefs' offense rolling smoothly. This moment wasn't just a minor oversight, it was game-defining, occurring during key drives that ultimately helped the Chiefs secure the victory. For many, it reinforced the perception that the Chiefs are often given the benefit of the doubt in the NFL's biggest moments. Some fans have gone so far as to compare the NFL to the WWE, arguing that the league crafts narratives and scripts outcomes to maximize ratings. While this may be illegal, it doesn't mean it's not happening behind the scenes. Think about it. What's more marketable than a high-powered Chiefs dynasty facing off against a perennial rival like the Bills or a Cinderella story like the Bengals? The NFL doesn't need to blatantly rig games. All it takes is a few timely calls, or no calls, to subtly influence the outcome. This theory isn't as far-fetched as it sounds. In 2012, the NBA faced its own officiating scandal when former referee Tim Donaghy admitted to influencing games to favor certain outcomes. While the NFL hasn't faced a similar scandal yet, the parallels are hard to ignore. The league's financial incentives are clear. Dynasties and drama drive ratings, and the Chiefs deliver both. Travis Kelce himself has joked about the Chiefs' luck with referees. On his podcast, New Heights, he and his brother Jason poked fun at the allegations, with Travis quipping, "Maybe I should start throwing flags in practice. We seem to get enough of them in games." While the comment was lighthearted, it added fuel to the fire for fans who believe the Chiefs are the NFL's chosen team. But at the heart of these accusations is a deeper question. Can the NFL truly be trusted to prioritize fairness over profits? With billions of dollars at stake, it's hard to ignore the league's financial motives. Super Bowl ads alone bring in over $7 million per 30 seconds. Teams like the Chiefs, packed with superstars and backed by devoted fan bases, are perfect for keeping those ratings high and advertisers happy. Our Dark Side of the Super Bowl video gives a deeper understanding of this concept. But does this mean the league is outright rigging games? Not necessarily, but the lack of transparency combined with the financial incentives creates an environment where subtle manipulation feels plausible. Whether it's officiating bias, scheduling advantages, or marketing narratives, the NFL has all the tools to tilt the scales. If not for fairness, then for profit. And as long as teams like the Chiefs continue to dominate, these questions will linger. Are they simply that good, or is there a script behind the scenes? One thing is certain, in the NFL, perception matters just as much as reality. But let's not ignore the elephant, or should I say pop star, in the room. The Chiefs' dominance isn't just about football anymore, it's about culture. Taylor Swift, arguably the most famous woman on earth, has brought an entirely new audience to the NFL through her relationship with Travis Kelce. This isn't just a celebrity romance, it's a cultural phenomenon, one that's boosting ratings, merchandise sales, and revenue in ways the NFL could have never imagined. The numbers are staggering. Since Swift's first public appearance at Arrowhead Stadium to support Kelce, Chiefs game viewership has increased by over 20%. NFL broadcasts featuring Swift are averaging an additional 2 to 3 million viewers, with the biggest spike being women aged 18 to 34, a demographic the league has historically struggled to capture. It's not just ratings either. Travis Kelce's jersey sales have skyrocketed by 400% since their relationship became public, and NFL social media accounts have gained hundreds of thousands of new followers, many of them self-proclaimed Swifties. At every Chiefs game Swift attends, cameras can't seem to get enough of her. On average, she's shown on screen 10 to 12 times per game, a stark contrast to most celebrity sightings, which typically get a few seconds of airtime at best. This isn't by accident. Swift is a ratings juggernaut, and networks know it. Every time she appears, social media erupts. Swifties flood timelines with clips. Hashtags trend globally, and the NFL gains priceless exposure, virtually for free. But it's not just about the exposure. There's real money involved. Experts estimate that Swift's appearances have added millions of dollars in revenue for the NFL and the Chiefs specifically. Ticket sales for games she's rumored to attend have surged, with resale prices jumping as much as 50%. Chiefs merchandise sales are at an all-time high, and Kelce's jersey is now one of the top sellers in the league. Even the NFL's corporate partnerships have benefited. Brands like State Farm and Bud Light, which sponsor the Chiefs, have seen increased engagement tied to their association with the team and its endorsements. Swift's influence extends beyond football. With over 270 million Instagram followers and a devoted fan base that's known for its loyalty, her presence brings an entirely new level of visibility to the NFL. Swifties, many of whom had never watched a game before, are now buying jerseys, learning the rules of football, and turning into die-hard Chiefs fans. One Swiftie tweeted, "I don't know what a touchdown is, but if Taylor's happy, I'm happy." Another said, "I'm officially a Chiefs fan for life. This is my personality now." Her reach is so vast that even other teams have started referencing her in their social media posts, hoping to cash in on the Swift effect. And then there's Travis Kelce himself. Already a star in his own right, Kelce's relationship with Swift has catapulted him into a new stratosphere of fame. He's no longer just one of the best tight ends in NFL history. He's a household name, the subject of memes, podcast discussions, and late-night talk shows. His podcast New Heights, co-hosted with his brother Jason, has reached new heights of its own, consistently ranking as one of the top sports podcasts in the country. And let's not forget his burgeoning endorsements. Brands are lining up to associate with Kelce, knowing his name carries more weight than ever. But perhaps the most significant impact of this cultural crossover is how it cements the Chiefs as the team of the moment. The NFL is a business, and having its most marketable player dating one of the world's most influential celebrities is the ultimate jackpot. The league now has every incentive to keep the Chiefs front and center, not just because of their on-field talent, but because of their off-field marketability. With every Swift appearance, the Chiefs brand grows stronger, their games draw more viewers, and the NFL's bottom line gets bigger. It's a perfect storm of talent, celebrity, and business. Does this mean the NFL is rigging games for the Chiefs? Not necessarily, but when you combine their dominance on the field with their unparalleled marketability off it, it's not hard to see why fans are skeptical. Whether it's the timing of questionable calls or the league's endless promotion of its brightest stars, the Chiefs' rise isn't just about football anymore. It's about the business of keeping the biggest names in the spotlight. So let's answer the big question. Do the Chiefs cheat? Technically, no. There's no evidence that the team itself engages in foul play. But the league's structure, combined with its financial interests, creates an environment where the Chiefs seem to benefit from questionable calls and favorable narratives. Whether it's intentional or not, the optics aren't great. In the 2024 season, the Chiefs received the 5th most penalty yards per game, averaging at about 46.3 yards per game. But fans look at the timing of these calls, where it really matters. At the end of the day, the Chiefs are a dynasty because of their talent, coaching, and execution, but the league's financial interests and marketing strategies create an undeniable perception of favoritism. Whether it's fair or not, the Chiefs have become the team everyone loves to hate, and that in itself is good for the NFL. Think about it. Why else would you click on this video if not to confirm or deny your suspicions? So what do you think? Are the Chiefs simply too good, or does the NFL have a hand in their dominance? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more breakdowns of football's biggest controversies.